What's up, everyone? I hope you all are having a wonderful and blessed day today. I would like to say thank you for stopping by the channel and checking out today's video. It means a lot to me and I truly do appreciate it. Now, if you're enjoying the content that you're seeing here and you wouldn't mind continuing to help support not only me but the channel as well, please feel free to hit that like and subscribe button that's currently sitting underneath the video. It's free and it'll only take you a second, and make sure to hit the notifications bell so you can stay up to date on all of my Midnight Suns related content. And with that being said, let's get into the video. Today will be a quick news video as we go over some important and fun pieces of information that some of you guys might or might not know about. Now, the first thing that I wanted to get out of the way is the threat room. Now, I know that I said danger room in the thumbnail, right? And I said that for good reason, and I'm actually about to explain why. So as you progress into the game, there are going to be more things that will unlock besides just other areas of the Abbey and more characters. As you go forward, more gameplay systems will start to unlock over the second half of the game. One of these would be the threat room. Now, before I explain that, I actually have to tell you how this works in XCOM just so you can understand what I'm about to say. Now, research projects are the primary way in which new technology, equipment, weapons, and facilities and such are unlocked in XCOM. And those facilities can range from building a social area, to a training room, to an engineering lab, to a med bay, and more. Now, I'm assuming that it's going to end up working the same here in Midnight Suns. Now, if you choose to follow through with Magik's research, because she is the one that creates this, she will create the threat room. It would see you building something that can build a portal out in the yard, and then you can go through the portal. Each hero can go through the portal once a day, and then they will fight by themselves against waves of demons and more. This is one of the many facilities that you will be able to create. Now, if I'm being honest, this sounds like a danger room to me. Granted, you know, the X-Men does exist in this universe, and there's already another room with the name Danger Room, so we couldn't quite use that. But this is pretty much a danger room. And not only that, a mutant is the one responsible for creating it. I can definitely see the community going with the danger room name, and I wouldn't blame them at all because it's absolutely cool. Like, that's going to be very helpful for testing out character builds and whatnot. Now, the next thing that I wanted to get into was the modding system. Now, it's been said that this is going to kick in around 25 hours into the game. You'll receive abilities from things like coil packs, or you'll be able to get them as rewards from covert ops missions, and then they'll come with random perks. So it could be a basic ability with a lifesteal perk, or something more dangerous, like if you kill with this ability, you can conceal after that, and the conceal effect prevents that character from being directly targeted for a certain amount of time. Now, the mods, in my opinion, will add another layer of depth to your character builds, because those mods can either do absolutely nothing for you, or they can fully change how your character plays. For example, imagine getting abilities for Blade that either has lifesteal or the free effect attached to them. That means on top of dealing massive bleed damage and focusing on chain attacks, you're getting lifesteal on every attack card that you play, and the free effect actually lets you continue to play cards without using one of your actual card plays. So the potential is there to create a really busted build for a character or characters if you choose to really put some time into it. This makes me happy because the more that we learn, the more we find out exactly about just what is underneath the hood of this game. And so far it's looking pretty deep, right? I'm genuinely excited for it. Now, the last thing that I do want to touch on is how things will go outside of combat. So two things that we all know by now is that you will be able to build relationships with characters, and your social life in the Abbey will be just as important as the combat in the game. Now, XCOM has a time system in their game, which is basically a day and night cycle pretty much. Things like missions or supply runs will pop up, or even doing research in your base, and sometimes those things can take a number of days. So let's say, for example, if you're researching how to build a new weapon or whatnot, that could take 3 days in game time. Or if you're trying to build a new facility, that could take 7 days in game time, right? Just as a better example. Now, in Midnight Suns, the time flow moves similar to that. There will be a certain amount of things that you can do in a day. When the day starts, you gotta wake up, brush your teeth, get your breakfast, do all that jazz, and then you can start running around the Abbey, picking up conversations with characters and seeing what the good word is today, running around everywhere, hunting down collectibles both inside and outside the Abbey, all around the grounds and whatnot, working on some storylines, both main and side storylines, building new facilities for the Abbey, researching new gear, and more. Now, like I said before, when you hit the second half of the game, more and more functions will start to unlock as you progress forward. More missions will begin to unlock as well. Now, there could be an instance where you have a main mission that you need to do, but your team is too weak to take on the mission, or you just may not feel comfortable taking them on because they're just barely able to beat it. You can choose to hit up a side mission and farm those materials or resources to beef up your team so they can go and knock out the next main mission on the next day. Now, when you finish the mission, you head back to the base and it's nighttime to end out the day. And then before you go to bed, do all that jazz, you can continue your bonding or your story hunting, whatever it is you want to get done. Whenever you're bonding, keep this in mind, your choices will have effects on the other members of the team. It won't affect how the main story plays out, but it will 100% affect your relationships and dialogue with the team going forward. So for example, let's say if you're trying to become best friends with both Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. If you're the type of person that likes to crack jokes all the time, you and Spider-Man might actually get along great. With Doctor Strange, however, it's different. You and Strange might not get along the same way because he doesn't really find your jokes funny or he doesn't quite understand them. That could possibly lead to him not really wanting to engage with you in any conversations unless it has a meaningful aspect to it or if it's related to whatever mission that you're doing, right? Now, it's a whole system that's in play there, but I trust that y'all will be okay and that y'all will figure it out once you get your hands on it. But with that being said, that's all of the information that we have for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below what you liked, what you didn't like, what you're excited for, what you want to be in the game. Let's start a dialogue. And again, if you're enjoying the content, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell so you will never miss out on any of my future content. And I will catch y'all in the moonlight. Peace.
Tryna do it big, tryna live life. Pull it to the club with the bottles on ice. Be the back end by the end of the night. I'm an artiste, a social light. Tryna do it big, tryna live life. Pull it to the club with the bottles on ice. Be the back end by the end of the night. I'm an artiste and a social light.